Welcome back to Talos Principal Team. I'm Day Darling, and who are we? Why are we here? Why don't we answer more of these questions together? Hello, you cute. Why don't you answer some of these questions for me? What's your analysis on the southern regions?
The southern part of the island is a natural desert, basically just due to the chemical composition of the soil. I haven't been able to work out why it's so warm, though. It could be a warm ocean current or something to do with the megastructure's thermal output.
That would make sense.
Jerusalem doesn't have the kind of equipment I'd need to figure that out.
What equipment would you need to figure that out? Do you think Byron is okay? I can see the lab over here as well.
I understand why he was impatient, but he should have been more careful.
Yeah, he should have. Did you know Cornelius?
Yeah,
everyone knew, right?
Cornelius.
Oh, everyone. Okay, no one.
After Eustathius retired, he was the only one left who was there since the beginning.
How does retirement work?
Except I guess none of us really knew him after all. We all thought he was lost in the past, always studying the archive and the simulation. But he actually had all these secrets. And a daughter.
Are you disappointed in him?
No, just surprised.
I think that's fair.
Maybe a little sad that he felt he couldn't trust anyone with the truth.
It's more about a way of society, I suppose, views it, huh? What did you do in New Jerusalem when we went back?
Mostly just made sure Pellegrino didn't mess up the VTOL. We only have a handful of them, and while they look cool on the outside, the truth is they're held together by gaffer tape and good intentions.
The strongest of all bindings.
Melville's always complaining.
This state of affairs costs lives. In the future, we won't need them anymore. Societies unwilling to invest in effort and resources into their infrastructure cannot remain functional. We need to learn to live with less to be more creative. You're doing that. Why are we so harsh?
You're right. I guess we never think about how easily tragedies can happen when we don't pay attention.
You know, that's very sort
of
self-aware, right?
Cut some corners there.
And it all adds up.
And then suddenly someone is gone.
Very detached way to say it, but I get what you're going for. Is that the lab over there, it seems? Certainly looks like it's something. I like the huge colour change, basically, as we walk in here. It does look a bit like a spaceship. What's this door here? I don't know. Okay. This looks like something out of, oh! We saw this before. Wait, hold on. Do you think these are to do with a solution? The Sphinx puzzle? I don't know. Who even is this? Hey.
Look at this place.
Alcatraz. That's it.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Like a spaceship.
Mesmerizing. That's how it lures you in, I think. You see all these beautiful things and your imagination starts working overtime. And the puzzles, the towers, the mysterious apparitions.
I would say the puzzles are very much a thing which
it all draws you further in, deeper into the trap.
The trap.
What if that's the whole point of this place?
To trap us?
What if every time you have one of those visions, another little bit of you is corrupted?
But why?
Overwritten with the hubris of this place.
I haven't been corrupted, let's not be superstitious. I'm wary of this place too, but my mind is my own.
I didn't mean to suggest you were, whatever it is I'm trying to say. I guess
speculation
I'm just
is speculation.
In myself.
Oh, Alcatraz.
Byron needs me. You all need me to do my job, and I can't even use a terminal.
Alcatraz,
if this is all really the work of the founder, I don't know, maybe she lost her way. Or maybe we're just not ready.
I think there's obviously more than meets the eye.
I suggest we get the hell out of here and never come back.
Aw, let's not do something like that. There could be cool stuff here, you know? Look at this. Spaceship of lava. It's not lava, but you know what I mean. Anti-gravity? Anti-reverse gravity, okay. We have seen a bit of reverse gravity about the place. So that's the story terminal. I don't know what that is, a map of something. We do like to give hints on what other mechanics could be through things like this. And we've seen the anti-gravity stuff already inside the place. From Thekla too. From Thekla to Athena. Beloved founder, years have passed and still there is nothing but silence. Have we sinned? Have you abandoned us for our arrogance, our greed? Some of the others continue to build. I told them not to, but they don't listen to me. Byron is the worst of them. He disrespects you constantly, spreading lies and... Please know that there are those who remain faithful, and who respect the limits you set, and seek wisdom and humility as you taught. We may win the next election. Perhaps then you will return? Praise your name, Thekla. From Trebuchet. Founder, although I was born in the early days of New Jerusalem, I never knew you well. It's not your fault. I became so focused on proving the dam that I didn't develop much in the way of social relationships, except perhaps for Melville. Doesn't mean I was unhappy. I was in fact extremely content. I like to solve complex problems in peace and quiet. That's who I am. But now the pleasure I used to get out of my work has faded. I may not need a lot of company, but I want my work to be meaningful, to contribute. It does not feel like that anymore. And when I suggest new projects, the mayor acts like I've committed a crime, like I should be ashamed. I do not like this. I do not care about the social issues or debates. I don't want to get involved. I just want to be able to keep working on making things better. Please, fix the situation. Thank you. Trebuchet too. Paying a price. From the introduction of Portraits of the Martyrs by S.T. Sanyal. The list of people condemned for advocating new ideas is long and depressing. Ignaz Semmelweis, utterly destroyed for suggesting doctors wash their hands. Ludwig Boltzmann, ridiculed for suggesting the existence of atoms. Robert H. Goddard, mocked for arguing that a rocket could reach a moon. Arazi, attacked for questioning the existence of humors. Barbara McClintock, discovery of transposition ignored for years. But the list goes on. And we haven't even touched on what happens to those who suggest political rather than scientific improvements. Even when they succeed, they often still pay with their lives. These days, the idea of progress is frequently derided as yet another narrative, identified with the establishment by critics who curiously portray themselves as rebels. But the truth is that every step forward that humanity has ever taken has C5358 enormous personal cost. That means it's even more important to stand up for the truth, because so many others have already sacrificed for themselves for it. It does, but what is the right way of doing it? Many died for the truth without accomplishing anything. Maybe we just have to do what's right and trust the universe. What a very vague non-answer, but fair enough. Right, let's connect to the data stream. Power distribution. From Booyah. Dear Founder, everything's gone so much worse since you left. We keep pursuing the goal, but our lives are getting less happy. Well, the weather is dry and the dam runs low. There's nothing to do in the whole city. Things don't get fixed anymore. We even had to dismantle the cinema. I know it's frivolous and pointless when we can just watch video files, but it was fun to go to watch movies like people used to do. I believe in your wisdom, Founder. I believe we have to avoid hurting the planet like our ancestors did. But I don't know if Mayor is doing what you would have wanted. Isn't there another way of reaching the goal? Please, I know you left for a reason, but I don't think we can go on this way. Talos Principle 2b. A fragment from Stratton's On the Universe. You made quite the catalogue of horrors. Stratton. Children dying in their mother's arms. Cities perishing by the plague. And even animals living without peace or happiness. Nicomachus. Why must we listen to this? You know I have just eaten a heavy dinner. Stratton. Because these things, which are ugly, must be confronted for us to reach the truth. You spoke of justice earlier, Armintus. But are these things just? Are these things just? Armintus. Nay, they are not. Then you must admit the universe itself is not just. If the gods exist, 34, then they do not bend the world to their will. Rather, the universe proceeds as a machine, following its rules. Justice and virtue are human inventions. Are you saying justice and virtue are therefore illusory and should be abandoned? The opposite, my friend. It is mankind alone that can impose these values upon the machine. 34. It remains unclear whether Stratton believed in the gods or used them solely as metaphors. His work on the deities is no longer extant. Tantalizingly, Diogenes Laertius mentions that it caused a fistfight in the Lyceum. I thought what made us human was that we search for meaning. Perhaps there's a better way of thinking about it, that is that we can create meaning. No email project 8. Trials. There is a pattern underneath. New primary site. So they've relocated. Lake water for cooling. A whole lake water for cooling. Okay, and we'll break. By quite a lot. 200%. Certainly one of the more aggressive ones.
Our ancestors kept telling themselves that the brevity of their lives didn't matter. But they had so little time to ever really think about anything. I've spent several human lifetimes studying this mystery, and only now am I beginning to see. The simulation was built on top of material reality, unable to escape its constraints. In the same way, physics as we understand it, even quantum physics, is built on top of a deeper reality. A set of rules that define existence itself.
Axioms of existence.
There is a universal language of creation, and I think we can learn it.
Interesting. Athena, like, playing God here or something. A universal language of creation. You think you can learn it? What do you do with it?
Creation. What were they doing here? And how far did
Trying to unpack the mysteries of the universe.
I can't answer that, but I think I fixed the tetromino bridge, machine, ring thing. I say I think because it's not in the schematics. And what I'm doing is hack work at best.
Nice.
Try it and see if it works.
Well, we certainly will give it a try after we finish making sure we solve all the other levels and find all the other things. We've not really put together what you know what I'm talking about.
I've decoded another file from the data stream. Listen to this.
Okay.
Mother and father think of our discoveries as a language, a code. But I think they're
Secret
wrong.
level.
They're so caught up in the technical details of running the experiments and upgrading the machine that they're not paying attention to the patterns we're finding.
Interesting.
To the symmetries, the harmonies, the melodies. The fundamental language of reality is a kind of music, and it's beautiful. Beauty is an inherent property of the cosmos.
Now that's an interesting thing.
I love the way she looks at things.
The concept of beauty being an inherent property of a cosmos. Or of, I suppose, the nature of reality itself. Beauty is intertwined with it. Because you would think, hey, beauty doesn't need to be. Does beauty inherently need to exist? It's a question. Is it one you agree with? I don't know. We need to find a way to get upwards. That is interesting. Do I think myself beauty is inherent to the universe? I'm not really sure, to be honest.
What can I do for you?
I think it's more we impose beauty on it. Oh my word. What a mayor
He blamed Byron for being headstrong and foolish, which...
it's true, but harsh.
I don't see it quite the same way, but it's easy to understand why the mayor would think that.
Fair enough, I guess I'm a mayor.
It wasn't hard to convince him that we can't leave Byron behind, though.
Also fair.
You may not agree with Herman on a lot of issues, 1K, but he's not a bad person. He's doing his best in a difficult situation.
I think it's also very true. Do you think Byron is still alive?
I hope so. He's always been annoyingly hard to get rid of.
Do you believe it was wrong for the ancestors to create us?
Why do you ask?
I don't even know. You seem very opposed to technology, and we are technology. The risk we pose to the planet. Just wondering.
Just because I believe we don't need to expand and dominate everything doesn't mean I want us to go extinct. I know there are people who think that way, but if I care about other species going extinct, why wouldn't I care about this one?
Yeah, very reasonable.
Seems irrational to me.
A very reasonable viewpoint, I think. Tell me about Cornelius.
He was the third to be born, after Athena and Eustathius.
Is Eustathius still alive?
He was an important figure in New Jerusalem's early history. Almost as important as Athena. But
is Eustathius not?
After she vanished, he faded into the background. I don't think anyone suspected he knew where she was.
What was he like as a person?
I didn't know him that well, but he was always very calm, very thoughtful. Everyone respected him.
That's nice. Do you like text adventures?
I do.
Nice.
Although I prefer the term interactive fiction.
Sure.
It's better at capturing what this art form really is. Storytelling. but with a completely different underlying structure.
Than books.
As a category, it's more equivalent to poetry or the novel, rather than, say, film.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
Why not?
I don't know.
Because I'm a joyless, by-the-book pencil pusher? I'm
I didn't say
focused
that.
on the mission 1K. Because what we're doing here matters.
I feel like my relationship points with Alcatraz is
Doesn't
going
mean
down.
I don't have my own interests. Or
Not because I don't like
appreciate
him, but I feel like I'm saying the wrong things. Don't you worry about if New Jerusalem doesn't grow, art will stagnate?
That's something Byron and I never agreed about. I think we have an infinite capacity to come up with new ideas.
I suppose we have infinite lifespan.
There's as
that
much
is
to discover
theoretically
inside
possible,
ourselves as there is out here.
Ah, actually, is it? I don't know. A finite set with infinite time generate infinite ideas? I guess not necessarily. I agree, but I don't think that means we should stop growing. I disagree people aren't that deep. I disagree the most meaningful ideas come from engaging with the world.
Maybe not. But
I agree,
maybe
but I
we
don't
need to
think we should stop
looking
growing.
for answers in places like this one.
What do you think about Miranda's terraforming efforts?
It makes me wonder why people always think they know better than nature.
Miranda's? What was Eustathius like? People rarely talk about him.
He was in charge of planning New Alexandria. It was his mistake that led to the disaster.
Oh!
After that,
Shade.
he retired from public affairs and dedicated himself to his studies.
I don't know if you can put all the blame on one person, right? Most of the first campaigns seem far less active than Byron. Do you blame him?
Yes.
Wow! Do you ever think your beliefs are a response to what happened in New Alexandria?
You mean, am I unduly influenced by my experiences?
Alright, well, you didn't need to be
Unable
that
to imagine the
sarcastic about
better
it.
future Byron wanted because I'm too traumatized?
No, that's not what I meant.
Could be.
Oh, okay.
But I'd like to
you're
say I'm a little
you're
more
so
self-aware
practical.
than that.
Thanks, I'll get back to my puzzles now. Alright, fair enough, I guess. Again, don't really know what to make of that, but intriguing is what I'd say. I want to get upwards, but I don't know how. So I'm going to keep on backtracking until I can find a way up. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. There must be some way to get up. And then we're gonna have to do a whole loop-de-loop round just to get up there, you know. Really, what a nuisance it could be. Or might not be, I don't know. I shouldn't call it out that early. Just how do I get up? That's one way of getting up. This feels so far away though. I know we just saw Yakut down there, but we'll say talking to him for next time, I think. Or whenever we see him again. Not really a rush. I'm just trying to find, 1, my ticket for the long way round, 2, bottle of whiskey for the way. And we've already done this one, right? Yes. Oh. Get me up! Get me up! No! No, we can't go up this way. Looks like there's a path over there. This might kill me. I was like, that was not a smart idea. Shouldn't have done that. Oh no, shouldn't have done that. I don't want to enter the tower. I want to see what is out there. But I don't know how to get up. So I guess there must be another way. Say what? Maybe I should have kept going down the path around level 8 and just see where it heads. If worst comes to worst, I think we could literally just walk across the track, right, of a rail cart. Very well, Yakut, we are not speaking with you right now. Because it feels like there should be a way for us to get up. Like around here or something, but we just can't. There's stuff above. And by stuff I mean there's one question mark above. Which I must imagine is a secret level, but I can't get to it. It's beyond my reach. And the more I try to grasp for it, the more it slips through my fingertips. And that's something I simply cannot allow to happen. Oh, wait, it's over here. Right, well, scratch all that. Aerial warp. Or we can try this next time. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Talos Principle 2. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now. You see what was happening is I was trying to see if I could teleport up there because I saw there was a teleporter there. Okay, enough justification.